Hey guys, Jay here. Happy Sunday or Sunday evening. It's storming like hell here and raining like hell. They just put one of them alerts. What do you call it? One of them things like an Amber Alert. That's what I thought it was at first over the phone there. It was for flood warning. So don't go outside, blah blah this, blah blah that. What's the worst gonna happen to me? I can drown. I ain't been outside, I ain't moved all day. I got up this morning, cleaned my mom's dishes up as usual, and it was it. Come back in my room and just laid back down. Didn't sleep last night. I fell asleep, which she pissed me off last night because I told her I was laying down. I was trying to go to sleep because my stomach was hurting. She said, okay. Well, next thing I know, here she is out there playing with that stupid ass dog of hers. That dog's woo, 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 woo. So I got up and I said, what the hell are you doing? Losing your damn mind? She says, what? I said, it's 10 o'clock at night. Did I not tell you I was trying to go to sleep? Well, so she got wound up. And I said, well, you're both going to be wound up out fucking side. I said, Jesus, mother. But, sometimes you don't think. But anyway, I got a call today from the hospital. I forgot my discharge instructions. Pretty much all it says is don't eat, stay on a liquid diet, drink water, or like a 100% juice, cranberry juice, or I don't know, apple juice, shit like that. But don't matter, I can't eat anyway. Can't hold anything down. Feels like I had the flu over a month now. But I went out there and my mom was talking to me. She'd seen some of them videos they put up about losing her food stamps and shit. And she asked me, she said, you see this stuff on here? And I said, what stuff? And she watches them crime shows on YouTube. And she just happened to roll across a couple of them and turn them on. And that one black woman was on there with a baby laying in her lap in a penguin costume. Or like a onesie or something. I don't know. The kid looked like he was 6 months old, something like that. 7 months old. I never could talk. Because she's sitting there with her nails all done, eyebrows all, her eyelashes all done. Saying that my baby eats like a grown man already. And he's shaking his head, yeah. And she said, the only thing we eat for the holidays is steak and lobster. And that little boy's going, yeah, steak and lobster. And you wonder why it becomes a trend. So anyway, she takes it upon herself to say since white people want to cut their food off, she's just going to go knock on some random white people's door. And she said, and we're going to come in and eat your food for Thanksgiving. She said, although we eat steak and lobster, we'll settle for cheap turkey. Or your cheap turkey. And I said, the audacity of these people to think that they're owed everything. I said, I told you about it yesterday. And she said, yeah, but I didn't think it was that bad. But then she said, I don't know if you remember when you and your sister were little. And she said, your dad got laid off at Fruhoff, which my dad was a metal fabricator. And they made the tanker trucks for trailer trucks to haul gas and oil and stuff. And they built the tanker trailers. But anyway, she said they cut his employment in half when he got laid off. or not employment, but his wages. He was only getting about half of what he made when he was working, and he refused to try to go on assistance or anything. She said back then it's when they had the paper stamps. She said so he got a job. She said he went out looking for a job and he found a guy that does roofing. And the guy gave him a job on the weekends, working weekends. So he'd work 12, 13 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday, doing roofing. And then he kept looking for a job, and finally, then threw off, called him back. She said, but when they didn't have the money, they would get like just a whole chicken, carrots, celery, and noodles and stuff. And she said, I'd make a big pot of chicken noodle soup. She said, that's what we would eat every day. She said, you probably don't remember. I said, no, I don't remember. She said, once that ran out, she said, I'd make a big pot of beef noodle soup. She said, of course, we didn't have any beef. She said, I just used beef broth in it. She said, put carrots in it and stuff. I don't remember, but I know he got laid off before. Then I remember when the company shut down altogether and moved to Mexico. But, yeah, she said, there's no reason them people could go in and load up like that in a grocery store and come out with all that fucking expensive stuff and take it for granted like it's always going to be there. It's like a job. Like my dad, everything was fine and dandy one day, and he went to work, and they told him they were laid off. And here you're dealing with the federal government. But I don't know. Now, I seen they did have a news clip on there. Walmart said they are closing the doors November 1st and only letting employees in, and they'll be doing online orders only. They said they're not going to deal with it because of the safety of their employees and everything else, that they've seen too many videos that come out. So out of the safety, for the safety of their employees, and I guess the sanity, that they're just going to lock the doors and go that route. Anyway, Melody, don't treat me like I'm dead yet. I'll make sure you get some for Thanksgiving and stuff. I just can't get out of the house right now because I'm sick as hell. I can't get anywhere to gain money. I'm not going to drive because I'm dizzy. So it's just a pain in the ass, I know. But it'll get there eventually. And another thing, thank you all for thoughts and prayers and everything. Like I said, hopefully this blows over, and if it don't, it don't. Then I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I'm tired of living like this already. I'm used to moving. I'm used to doing stuff, not being sick every time I open my eyes up. Alright guys, well I'm going to get going. I love you all. God bless. Please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget the damn likey button, Betty. I'll see you on the flip side. Good night. Bye-bye.